the secret lab! Today's pile of cards is brought to you by the letter Ramp. What is Ramp? It comes from a Magic the Gathering card called Rampant Growth that fetches out a land from your deck and throws it onto the field, letting you have more mana accessible than normal. It also evokes Ramp the Thing, as in we're driving our monster truck up it and into the sun. In Lorcana, ramping means getting more cards in your inkwell than normal. To date, we have 2 cards that can do that, One Jump Ahead and Mickey Mouse Detective. They have the same effect, throwing the top card of your deck into your inkwell without getting to see what it is. There is some slight risk to this, as that may have been a very important card you want to play, but this is yet another reason why you should be running for copies of every card. But also, in most games, you're not going to be getting all the way through your deck, so whatever you ink from the top may as well have been at the bottom anyway for all the good it'll do you. Technically, Let It Go can also ramp you, but it's usually better to use it to get rid of an opposing character, particularly due to its high cost. So Sapphire has these ramp tools, but nothing that costs more than 6 among the thus far revealed cards. So what exactly are you ramping into? The idea of ramp decks is to get out really expensive cards, and is one of the few ways those really expensive cards are actually playable. So we want to pair Sapphire's ramp with another ink color with good yet expensive cards, and right now all of those are in Ruby, specifically Aladdin Heroic Outlaw, Mickey Mouse Brave Little Tailor, and Maleficent Monstrous Dragon. Normally it would be really hard justifying running all of those cards in a deck because the likelihood of actually getting to play them is pretty low, but with ramp it becomes all too easy. Since this is a ramp deck, our curve will trend more expensive, but we still want 1 and 2 drops so we have something to do early in the game. We run Flounder Voice of Reason as an early body and develop your brain to give us some filtering. At 2, just One Jump Ahead and Aurora Regal Princess, who is also a shift target as we'll see. At 3, Mickey Detective completes our ramp package, and Jasmine Disguised gives us something to play if we don't draw Mickey. We skip right over 4, and at 5 we have our 2 main removal pieces, Dragonfire and Let It Go, as well as our first big boys we want to ramp into, Aurora Dreaming Guardian, which we're hoping to shift onto Regal Princess, and Mulan Imperial Soldier. If Mulan sticks around, she can help us rack up a lot of lore, especially if we've been hitting our curve with Flounders and Jasmines. At 6, we have Robin Hood Unrivaled Archer, who is both able to take out evasives and should also get us some draw. Since we're planning to ramp and don't have any other sources of good draw, we should be emptying out our hand pretty quickly, so Robin Hood should almost always proc. We'll also run Scar Mastermind to help out with troublesome challenges. The top of our curve is our biggest boys, Aladdin for lore stealing, BLT for the highest lore output in the game so far, and Mal for removal stapled onto a massive body. The idea of this deck is to get to those expensive cards as quickly as you can. During the mulligan, you want to try to get either One Jump Ahead or Mickey Detective into your opening hand, while preferably still holding onto a 1-drop. An ideal first 3 turns would be play Flounder, play Aurora Regal Princess, then have Aurora sing One Jump Ahead and play Mickey Detective. That will have us go into turn 4 with 5 ink available, ready to immediately pop up to 6 and start playing our big cards. The risk there is Aurora getting removed by Fire the Cannons before she can sing, so if your opponent plays or inks anything steel, maybe just hard cast One Jump Ahead on turn 2. Once you've got your expensive cards out, you should be able to overwhelm your opponent and win relatively quickly. I plan to make a separate video showcasing gameplay of this deck in action, so be on the lookout for that.